Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from NRG Stadium. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. They're going to be led out by their veteran signal caller out of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
It's just so nice to have a veteran like this on your roster that you know might not get a ton of reps in practice, might not get a ton of reps in the preseason, but when you need to turn to him, he's there and he's ready. They've been a starter in this league. They've had success. He knows how to manage a huddle. He knows how to read defenses. He does all the intangibles that you need to turn to when your team needs a settling force at quarterback. To have one of these guys, man, what a weapon. Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's got his man. It's Harrison. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. That's on Paris Johnson, the tackle. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Operating from the gun is Brissett. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Stroud going to throw right away. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 2nd down, Stroud. He's got his man. That's Nico Collins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the gun, here's Stroud, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's DeMercado. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Now Brissett throwing on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down?
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down. You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Here's a designed run. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
A ball deep for the end zone. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Texans offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were 3 and out first time around. They'll begin anew here in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Stroud. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
Yeah, so what I like here is it's not only a really good play call, but it was really well executed by the quarterback. So they used the bootleg to get their quarterback out of the pocket, change the launch point, and then they pair that with a really nice concept downfield. He uncovers, wide open. Nice conversion.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball Modest gain.
They'll run it, and it's the USC man, Woody Marks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. And even 30 yards.
39-yard line.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
First and goal at the
And this
6-yard
offense
line.
just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That's the veteran Calais Campbell in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. Throw left side. Taken in by Kirk. And they get a little bit back there, but still a long ways to go. Coming up with third and goal.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
28-yard attempt.
Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans will take a 3-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. To return is Greg Dortch. Crazy. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. ground, DeMercado. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Daniil Hunter with the stop.
At the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. He'll look for and find DeMercado out of the backfield. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to have a Cardinals first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Cardinals.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. It's an Arizona first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass, and they can continue to generate.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Jacoby Brissett sacked. A loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down.
One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football, and they are facing a 2nd and long. He gets this complete to Michael Wilson. He'll be marked down very close to the first down. They got 14 to the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
It's a gain of a yard.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Now DeMercado. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. Now Brissett, a short one here, caught by McBride. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. Tackle there by Will Anderson.
It's 2nd and
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, He's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route, but this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Texans offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. Inside the 40. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A big play to kick off this drive. 53 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
On the draw, it's Marks. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. He'll go again with Marks. And he's into the end zone. Woody Marks. Touchdown, Texans.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans take a 10-3 lead.
Texans 10, Cardinals 3.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Dortch now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. That's to the right side. Caught by McBride.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 6. Throw it. Brissett. He'll set up the screen to DeMarcado. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and short yardage. It's Brissett. That's caught by McBride. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up the throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. He'll look underneath here for Marks. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
They'll run with Marks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. That's on the former 1st-round pick, Titus Howard.
Still 2nd down.
Back to throw. Stroud. That's taken in by Marks. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
Kirk is the motion man. To throw is Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. That's to the tight end, Stover. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
16-yard line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Makes it 3rd and
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
We'll try to run for it with Marks. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
the Texans.
That's a really nice job up front, clearing the lane, pick up the 1st down. Now, he didn't get in the end zone, but now you got a fresh set of downs to try to punch it in.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Greg and I back from Houston. In a moment, 2 yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. From the gun, here's Stroud. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
I really like the play call. Sometimes you can catch the defense thinking run, and you can change it up on 1st down and go pass. The issue is, if you're the quarterback, you've got to get this ball out of your hand. It's either touchdown or out the back of the end zone into the bleachers, because you cannot afford to go backwards when you find yourself in a goal to go.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. Arizona will take its 1st timeout. Clock will stop, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. To throw, it's Stroud. The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more. The rookie out of Ole Miss, Walter Nolan, getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
Really nice job here by the defense, taking advantage of this condensed field. Anytime you're down here in the red zone, the field is wider than it is deep. It's actually very challenging for an offense to stay in their normal rhythm, and coverage has been tight. Pass rush is getting home. Back-to-back sacks.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He's got it, and the Texans move out in front by the score of 17-3. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Amari DiMarcano to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cards offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun is Brissett. He's going to keep it himself, and he'll give himself up here, but it's a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now it's Brissett. This one underneath to DiMarcano. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, here's Brissett. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Cardinals, 1st down. It's a gain of 3. 1st down.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. the ground. It's Marks to open the drive. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Marks. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top.
Still 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
On the return, it's Dortch. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Cardinals offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. They'll go play action here with Brissett. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now a give up the middle. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here is Brissett. Will set up the screen to DeMarcado. And it looks like he's going to have a 1st down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but Really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 5. No turn in hand, this one off. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. Now, Brissett. He'll get this out wide to DeMercado. And he will be out of bounds. There is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what that is all about. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And they'll get forward for a couple. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle.
7-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Throwing, Brissett. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the 1st half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the 2nd half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
That's Harrison in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Brissett. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they do not cut into the deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And the D closes quickly. He stops after a gain of a yard. Calais Campbell up there to make the stop.
At the 45-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Offense. Still 2nd down.
Schultz, the motion man. A second down throw for Stroud. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Throwing is Stroud. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Noel that time. And it's going to lead to fourth down.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Cardinals offense and running back Amari DeMercado set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And a good job defensively to rally to the ball. They hold them to a short game.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
To throw is Brissett. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Third-year man Will Anderson in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Brissett. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And this time they are ready for us. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Now Stroud. Now screen set up for Marks. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, You could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On third down, here is Marks. And he'll work his way down to the 32-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
And the Texans, first down.
This defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy all game long. Comes through again there with a nice conversion to bring up first down.
On first down, it's Stroud. That's the rookie third-round pick, Jalen Noel. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 yards down to the 16.
16-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the tight end, Stover. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. Marks. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
Davis Gaither on the stop. A loss of 2.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. And Thursday Night Primetime continues after this. Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Here's Stroud. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession to try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On play action, we're set. Back to the right side. Caught by McBride. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Brissett gonna throw. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
Throwing again, Brissett. He'll look for and find DeMercado out of the backfield. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Keeping it in the air. Here's Brissett. That one caught by Wilson. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
Brissett gonna throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's to the end zone and batted away. It's incomplete. They wanted 6. They come away with nothing and cannot connect on fourth down. The Texans offense ready to get back to work. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that end up going the other direction. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. He's got his man. That's Noel. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. It is a big-time play for Houston. It's a gain of 34.
At the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On first down, it's Marks. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
Made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Stroud. Into the hands of Berrios. And he'll take this one in. Braxton Berrios. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. His kick is good. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Cardinals 3.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Dortch now to return it. Woo! And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to take over once again. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Brissett. It's made right side by Wilson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
3rd and short yardage. It's Brissett. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think this drive, and particularly that last 3rd down incompletion, Mike, has really summed up the story of this game offensively. No matter how many times they try to generate some plays through the air, there's just nowhere to go with the ball. In this case, the coverage is tight. They go 3 and out again. They've got to have earlier success and not just wait for 3rd down to bail themselves out.
The blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. carry now for Marks. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run straight ahead with Marks. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal coming up. He takes this down to about the 5.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here's Chubb. And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Here's a give to Marks running left. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Stroud going to set up the throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen.
Stroud's pass. Complete to Woody Marks. A gain of 1 yard. It's now 4th and goal.
Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. This returnable, it's DeMercado. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Cards offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Brissett. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Now DeMercado. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Throw it. Brissett. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 3rd and long, here's Brissett. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over. On down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
He'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. Now Brissett throwing on 1st and 10.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
Here's 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun is Brissett. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll get that complete to Harrison.
Brissett's pass complete to number 18, Marvin Harrison Jr. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To the air again is Brissett. Will set up the screen to DeMarcado. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 6.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
A gain of 5 brings up 7.
So it's a win here for the Texans. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. That defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we say, so long from Houston.